The journey and the defining moment for me of becoming a social worker is when I realized that I had a voice and I wanted to advocate for families. And that came from a trauma that I experienced. My trauma, I believe, was a thing that was used to help me want to help other people move through their trauma. And having a family that didn't understand therapy, didn't understand what it was to dig deeper when you go through trauma, gave me an opportunity to want to explore what is this really all about and find out more about myself so that I'm able to empower other families, children, and youth in South Carolina. My journey was my own personal trauma. It was when I had some experiences with some different things and being in a family that didn't understand. They gave me love, they had support, but they didn't understand the trauma that I went through. And I felt like I had holes in my soul, and I wanted to complete or find out what it was that was going on with me so that I can better help other people and other families in South Carolina. One thing that I think was that unexpected lesson was that when I realized I had prejudice, when I realized I had some things that I needed to be aware of, some beliefs that I needed to be more aware of, and in becoming more aware of my beliefs, I can help others become more aware of their beliefs. And again, I talk about that hole in your soul. You know, I think that it was the moments that I realized, even through an assignment here with one of my professors, that brought more awareness to who we were and even the prejudice that we have. I didn't realize that. So I think the defining moment was when I realized that I had some prejudice, I had some belief systems, and I didn't want to push my belief off on anybody else, but I wanted to deal with them in an authentic way and let them be who they were. So I would say that was a moment, that was an unexpected moment, because I didn't realize I had these prejudice things or these beliefs until I was challenged with that assignment to become aware of who I am as a social worker. And in that, I believe I became my first client. I became my first place of processing. And if I'm able to do it for myself, then surely I maybe can help someone else through their process. My piece of advice is balance. Is to take care of yourself. We're in this time, especially after coming out of COVID, that we're more aware of mental health. And I think we should have been more aware before we even went through COVID, but it took COVID to let us see that people are coming back different. And I think in this time, we have to realize we can't fix everybody. We can't be that empty person pouring into a glass because we're empty. There's that cliche about that. You can't be empty and pour into a glass. So we have to have that balance. And we have to realize that we can't fix everybody, but what we're there is to enhance them, to empower them, to advocate for them, to be that trusted person that they can connect with so that we can help them make their own change. Woo-wee! Go Gamecocks. Let me tell you, I am a basketball player. And I have to say kudos to Coach Stanley. She is amazing. When you talk about social work and systems, setting boundaries and not crossing them, I don't care what type of player you are. If there's something that you're doing that's not ethical and is not in alignment with the excellence that she brings, then I'm going to make sure you got to sit down because you tested a boundary. And you're talking about being able to make change in systems. I love how she worked with these young ladies and bring them to a whole nother plateau. So I say she's social work in action.